So today I'm going to be ranking every single team in the NFL based off how good I think they're going to do this year. First off, Lions. I think are still Super Bowl contenders, but they're definitely running out of time. Same thing with the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. They're all in a similar situation to the Lions. Well, I think they're running out of time, but they definitely got another year or two, maybe. And then the Bengals are playoff contenders because that offense is so loaded, but the defense is just so bad. Because if they even have a mediocre defense, I think they're definitely Super Bowl contenders. But, the defense isn't good, so it's going to be kind of rough for them. Broncos are a playoff team. I don't care that the Chiefs are in their division because they are going to win the division easily. With that good of a defense, it's going to be hard to not win the division, so I got a lot of faith in them. The Falcons and the Panthers are both going to be mid. And I know some people won't agree with me on the Panthers being mid, but I believe in Bryce Young this year. And, if their defense is decent, I think they have a chance at being a playoff contender, but not quite yet. Same thing with the Falcons. Michael Penix, if he's good, they're definitely a playoff team, but I don't know about how good he's going to be. The Cowboys are playoff contenders because when Dak Prescott's healthy, he's on the MVP candidate. The Bears are going to be, I think, pretty mid because they're in a really hard division and Caleb Williams isn't that good. Cardinals are going to be mid too because Kyler Murray isn't that good and there's not any really special players on the offense other than Trey McBride, and the defense is admittedly pretty good, but I just don't have much faith in them. Next up, we got the Browns, which are definitely a number one overall pick contender because that defense is horrible outside of Myles Garrett, and they don't have the QB room figured out, so I don't have much faith in them. Packers are playoff contenders because, they make the playoffs almost every single year. And the Texans, I also think, are going to be a playoff contender. Well, you know what? They're actually just going to be a playoff team because I don't think there's anybody in their division that could, beat them for the division title. Colts are going to be mid, and the Jags are going to be mid. Now, hear me out on these two. Colts have a horrible quarterback, but the rest of the team is really good. Jags, just a mid team in general. But if they figured it out, they could maybe be competitive this year. But I don't know about them yet. Chiefs are Super Bowl contenders. They almost always are Super Bowl contenders. Because even though I do think the Broncos are going to win the division, I don't know if they're going to, win as many playoff games as people think. And then, or at least I think. And then the Chiefs almost always are in the Super Bowl. I don't care that they just lost because, they're always Super Bowl contenders as long as they have Patrick Mahomes. Now, hear me on this, but I think the Chargers are going to be mid. They're, not going to be that good. I think they have a down year because, the team isn't that good, and it's going to be a little bit rough for them being in that hard of a division. The Rams are Super Bowl contenders because if you look at their team from top to bottom, it's incredible. Matt Stafford's amazing. Puka and Devontae Adams is the best duo of receivers in the league. Their offensive line is pretty good. Tyler Higbee isn't horrible, and their defense is pretty decent too. So I think they could win another Super Bowl. The Raiders are actually going to be playoff contenders this year because Geno Smith is good. Ashton Jeanty, I have a feeling, is going to be a beast. Probably rush for 1,500 yards. And then Brock Bowers is elite. Probably the best tight end in the league. And then the offensive line isn't too bad. The receiving core, I'm a little bit worried about And the defense, I'm a little bit worried about without Christian Wilkins. But I have a feeling they're going to be good. The Dolphins are going to be bad. I have no faith in them because Tua's always injured. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle had a bad, horrible even season last year compared to what they usually get. And the defense has no good corners at the moment. So I have no faith in them. The Vikings are playoff contenders. As long as J.J. McCarthy's, kind of good, I think they're a Super Bowl contender, or, definitely at least a playoff team. But I don't know enough about how good he's going to be yet. In training camp, he looks, pretty good, but, training camp doesn't really mean anything about how they're going to perform during the season, usually. So, I don't have a ton of faith in them. Patriots are playoff contenders. This isn't an argument. They have one of the best defenses in the league, and they have a good offense now. So, I got a lot of faith in them. Saints, Giants, and Jets are all, actually I don't know about the Jets being a number one overall pick contender, but the Saints and Giants are definitely number one overall pick contenders because the Giants have arguably the hardest schedule in the league, and the Saints are just trash. The Jets are going to be mid because I have a decent amount of faith in Justin Fields. It's just he cannot throw. All he does is run. And then, outside of him, the team's pretty mid. The defense is good, but, releasing C.J. Mosley was not a good idea. The Eagles are obviously Super Bowl contenders because they just won the Super Bowl. What do you think's I was gonna say, oh, they're number one overall pick contenders. No. They're gonna probably win another Super Bowl, but, I like to keep it open to other teams. Steelers are a playoff team. They almost always make the playoffs. And the Commanders, I think, are a playoff team as long as Terry McLaurin stays, because Jaden Daniels is, close to being, a top 5 quarterback. I think he's, top 7 for sure. Or something like that. So, I think they're a playoff team. Titans, number one overall pick contender. I don't even think I need to explain this. They just had the number one overall pick, and they didn't make a ton of changes to their team, so I don't have much faith. 49ers and Seahawks are both going to be, I think, mid, because Sam Darnold isn't that good, and the 49ers, let go a lot of the players on their team, so I don't have much trust in them. Buccaneers, I think, are a playoff team because all around very solid team. I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl or anything, but I think they could definitely go on a little playoff run. Alright, so y'all can tell me what you think about this list. I'm probably going to put up a post for y'all to vote on. But, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe so you can be ready for when more videos come out.